All right, welcome to our brand new series on Joseph. It's a 4-week series on this amazing guy in the Bible.
I know, I'm so excited about learning about him because I think he is one of the most amazing characters in the Bible because he goes through so much and then ends up in this most amazing place ever. It's a journey.
And most people say he come from a pit, prison to the palace.
Yes.
Yeah, that's kind of tongue twister. Pit, prison, palace. Anyway, all right. So we are going to be talking about him, and it's going to be a 4-week series on this amazing guy named Joseph. And maybe we said the 3 P's, the pit, prison, and palace, tongue twister. Maybe during these next 4 weeks, maybe you can pick it up on when he's in the pit, when he's in the prison, and when he's in the palace. You know, 3 P's, pit, prison, palace. And so we are excited to introduce that. It's going to be 4 weeks.
We are excited to introduce that. And if you haven't been with us, I am Pastor Amanda.
And I am Pastor John.
And we are the children's pastors here at Calvary Assembly of God. Right now, because of everything going on with COVID and things like that, we're not able to meet in church, so we decided to come to you through Facebook and YouTube.
Yes, correct. So this is your first time watching our videos. We do have another series that we just did, and it is up on our Facebook and our YouTube channels. All you have to look up is Calvary Assembly of God on Facebook, and you click that like button. It's a blue thumb, blue hand, and you'll get notified when we post videos. It'll be every Sunday at 1 p.m. and on YouTube as well. If you click the like button and if you click the subscribe button and the little bell, it'll notify you then when we post videos. We do it every single Sunday until we can meet back in this room, which we are currently do not know. But we will be doing this every Sunday to bring you awesome news about the Bible and some fun, exciting games, which
we have one now.
We have one now, yes. I know most of you probably maybe have heard of minute-to-win-it games.
I don't know. I mean, they probably have because we play them in school and stuff, but I bet you they didn't know it was a TV show.
Yes, I loved watching it. And
I don't even think that comes on anymore. We are
not.
showing our age.
Or maybe, I don't know, like the Most Extreme Elimination Challenge, MXC.
Never heard of that either.
Yeah, it's weird, but I love watching it, but you don't see it very often. They do weird. You need to watch it. That's pretty cool. Look up MXC or Most Extreme Elimination Challenge and Minute to Win It games. And if you look at Minute to Win It, you might find this game here. It involves some chopsticks, no rubber bands. We're going to make it extra hard. No, chopsticks. No. All right. Chopsticks, no rubber bands, Kix cereal, which I think is pretty cool. It's very, very colorful. And is it sweet? I haven't tried it.
It's very sweet. It's very sweet.
I didn't taste anything. Anyway, so our object is in 1 minute to get as much Kix cereal or cereal in the bowl, one at a time. And we are going to set a minute timer. So pause the video if you want. Go and grab any kind of cereal you have or anything. It could be anything. And maybe chopsticks if you got them. I don't have them. We had to get these. So we're going to start the game in 5.
Hey, you forgot to tell them to need some bowls.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. You need some bowls, too. One full of cereal or whatever you're going to grab and one empty one. And write in the comments to see how many you got in 1 minute. All right. So we're going to set the timer. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, no. Oh, my Lord.
Am I allowed to use 2 hands?
No, no chopsticks. You don't see. Dude. I am terrible. Oh, Lord, Pastor Manny, you are winning. Here we go. I got it now.
I got it.
Oh, no.
Now, could I do this with rice and my Chinese food that I like to eat? Nope.
Dude.
Hey, be careful. There's marshmallows in there. They don't count.
Huh? I can't get this. This is like, how are you doing this?
I don't know.
I can't get the clothes. Okay, here we go. Oh, man, I want to redo.
No.
Oh, now. Oh, man.
Gosh, this is a long minute.
Oh, dude, no, I wanted to go longer because I thought I had it, but I don't. Oh, gosh. I'm just going to shovel it.
You can't. That's cheating.
Oh, minute's done. Oh my goodness.
What doesn't count? It's a marshmallow.
Your empty bowl looks as full as your full bowl. Oh man, I got 2. I don't know what I got.
Count! 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
I got 5.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24.
24 to 5. I had 6 in there, but
Marshmallows
are part of the series.
It doesn't count.
Let's give it to me. Let's give me 6. You got 25. So she won. All right. So how did you do? Did you do as terrible as me, or did you even beat Pastor Amanda? So
I did miss a few.
Did miss a few. I missed a lot. I couldn't get the I couldn't get this motion right here. Go. How'd you do it?
I don't know. I just got lucky.
She said she doesn't know. She is not going to give away the secret to me, and she's not helping you out.
No, I just got a position just right. I didn't have to move them. I just kind of kept throwing. I don't know how I did. I probably couldn't do it a second time if I tried.
All right, so let us know how you did in the comment below. We are going to be watching the comments and interacting with you on Facebook and YouTube every time we do this and every game we do this, because we want you to be a part of what we're doing, even though you can't be in the room with us. So we are getting ready to start our Bible story.
Yes, we are going to do week 1, the first part of Joseph's life.
Yes, and it starts out, I'm not going to tell you how it starts out because it'll ruin it. But it is cool.
It is cool. But before we get started, we once again want to thank Saddleback Kids for letting us use their awesome animated videos for our Bible story. They're really good, and they make it come to life.
Yes, they do. And Saddleback is a big, huge church in California. They're grateful enough for letting us use the videos to help teach our lesson. So we hope you enjoy the video, and we will see you shortly.
The Faithful Hall of Fame, Joseph. So this is Joseph. Hey! You see, Joseph was the son of Israel and Rachel. Israel loved Joseph more than all 12 of his sons. In fact, he made Joseph a coat to show him how much he loved him. When Joseph's brothers saw this, they hated Joseph. One night, Joseph had a dream. When he awoke, Joseph told the dream to his brothers. He said, "Listen to this dream I had. We were gathering grain when suddenly my bundle of grain rose up and all of you bowed to me." This made his brothers hate Joseph even more. And they said, "You're gonna rule over us?" Then Joseph had another dream. And he told it to his brothers and his father. He said, "Listen, I had another dream. And this time the sun and moon and 11 stars were bowing down to me." This time Israel heard the dream and rebuked Joseph, saying, "Will your mother and brothers and I actually come and bow down before you?" The brothers were even more angry when they heard the second dream. Israel, however, decided to think about what Joseph was saying. One day, Joseph's brothers were working when they saw Joseph coming to meet them. One of his brothers mocked him and said, "Here comes the dreamer. Come on now, let's kill him and throw him away to be devoured by a ferocious animal. Then we'll see what comes of his dreams." One of the brothers named Reuben wanted to rescue Joseph, so he said, "Let us not take his life. Instead, throw him in the pit."
Yeah.
So when Joseph came to his brothers, they attacked him. They took the robe their father had given Joseph. They hoisted Joseph up and threw him into the well. Then they saw a group of men from Midian coming towards them. Judah thought it would be a good idea to sell Joseph to these men. So the brothers sold Joseph to the merchants for 20 shekels. The brothers then took the coat of many colors back to their father and made him believe that Joseph had been killed. Israel wept for his son whom he loved. Meanwhile, Joseph was taken as a slave to Egypt to work in the house of a man named Potiphar, for Joseph's story was only just beginning.
Wow, that was an incredible Bible story. And just think how much he endured because of his own brothers and what they did to him.
Yeah, I mean, it all started with a coat that Joseph had no control over. Dad made him this awesome coat, and he got to wear it, and the brothers got jealous, and then...
But you know why the brothers got jealous? Because he would always tell on them.
Well, yeah. Yeah, I guess he kind of did.
And then they didn't like it because his father, I guess, thought he was more special, maybe, than the other ones, and they got jealous. Have you ever been jealous of, maybe a friend getting something that you didn't have or something better? When I was younger, I had just a regular bicycle, not like a mountain bike, you know. But one of my friends had a BMX bike with the pegs, and I thought it was really, really cool. So I begged my parents to get me a Mongoose lime green BMX bike with pegs and everything, because I was kind of jealous because I wanted what he had, and I got it, you know. But as a kid, I was kind of jealous, and because he had it, and it was a lot better, it was a lot cooler, it looked neater, it just looked a whole lot better than a regular BMX.
I had one of those. I always wanted an iPod when I was younger, and I never got one. Well, I did when I was adult when I bought one myself, but as a child, I always wanted an iPod, and I never got one. I thought it was so cool. Everyone else had an iPod. That was the thing going on when I was in high school, and I never had one.
Yeah. I mean, it's okay to, maybe oh, man, that would be cool to have one of those or have what they got and all that. But when it becomes to where, that's all you're thinking, you can become to be jealous.
You can.
And you can start doing some maybe some mean things to that person, or some mean things, or some things that aren't right to try to get that something that you want.
Yeah.
Because you're so jealous and you're so envy of it, and that's all you think of, and it almost controls you.
Well, it did for Joseph's brothers. I mean, they got so jealous over Joseph. Well, first they thought they were going to kill their own brother because they were so jealous of it. And luckily, Reuben stepped in and said, let's not do that. That's taking it a little too far. Let's just throw him in this pit.
That's not even, that's not much better. So
at least he's not dead.
Well, yeah, not dead, but man, throw him in a pit.
And then they sold him into slavery, which is bad, too. I mean, at that point in time, I don't know which one would have been worse, but...
The pit or the...
Death, pit, or slavery. I'm not exactly for sure which one's worse. They're all bad, but
it's an example of how jealousy can get you. Just a little bit of jealousy, if you hold on to that, it can turn into something pretty major and pretty big. And there is a Bible verse that we have picked out because I think it lines up to what with Joseph's life. Right now we're seeing him being sold into slavery. But maybe right now you're dealing with something that's similar to that. You're dealing with some problems at home right now, and you believe that God's real and God has you in His hand. But all of a sudden, this is happening. Joseph knows that who God is and what He's capable of doing. But
Joseph also knows big plans are coming for him because of the dreams that he has seen. I mean, he has seen those stalks of wheat bow down to him.
Brothers, yes.
Yes, which were his brothers. And he's also seen the stars and even the moon and the sun, which would be his mom and his dad, bow down to him. So he knows something big is coming. He knows he's going to be in charge. And in that time, that would have been odd because Joseph was number 11. Joseph was number 11 out of 12. There was one younger brother, Benjamin. But, typically the older sons would be taken over, not the little ones.
Correct. And that's like your younger brother or younger sister or something saying that they were going to be your boss or something like that,
Yeah, I don't think I'd take that very well.
Like if Tabby, your sister, maybe some of you know who Tabby is, your sister comes, what if she told you that, you're going to be my boss one day? I mean, I'm going to be your boss one day.
That takes a lot of humble pie right there.
Yeah. So that's what they did. I mean, Joseph told his brothers that, pretty much you were going to bow down to me. So they did all of that, and then Jeremiah 29:11 sums that up. It says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans for welfare and not for evil, to give you a future and a hope." Plans for good, to give you a future and a hope. If God can do that for Joseph, he can do that for us.
Now, I think what's also important to realize is God does know our plans. He does have a future and a hope for us. There's a big plan there that we can't see, and it is for good, but it doesn't mean that we're not going to face some hardship along the way, which is what I think Joseph's story does a great job of showing us. Like, he ends up in a palace, he ends up in a great position,
Yes.
and he is well known, but he had to go through some pretty bad times in order to get there. The plan was there all along. God needed this plan to happen. Like, it had to happen this way because of the steps that God needed to take. It was designed this way from the very beginning, but it took some bad things along the way. So I think when we're having a hard time and we're struggling, we just got to remember that the plan God has for us is good. I just got to keep pushing forward because the good is going to come. I just got to get through these hard times first.
He's going to make something good out of it. He is going to mold us and just make sure that if we follow his footsteps and do what he wants us to do, kind of like a diamond that is what, coal pressed together, something like that.
Yeah, it is.
It's coal pressed together. Now, you know what coal is, like charcoal. That's a little different than charcoal, but it's coal. It's black. It's ugly. But when it gets pressed, it becomes.
Let's get pressed and put under heat of the ground.
And it becomes a diamond. And diamonds are like
the strongest thing ever. They can cut through anything.
through glass. Yes. So that's what Joseph's going through right now. And that's why this Bible verse, I think, is so lines up so well with his life and with this series, because God has a plan for you and me. So let's get an example of what jealousy can do.
Okay.
It can over time, it can make you kind of ugly inside, and over time, it can not turn out too well.
Okay. All right. Let's see what we got here.
All right. You want to help me out?
I will. I know you need this bag.
Yes. All right. So if you want, you can make this really cool experiment with, this is just a cup of water. You only need a few drops of it. We have green dish liquid, but if you don't have green dish liquid, if you have another color, I think if you get food coloring and put that in there to make it green, because there's a saying, green with jealousy. Like if someone is jealous about it, they can be green with jealousy. It's a saying. Like, oh gosh, Joseph's brother were green with jealousy. So what we're going to do is we're going to put, so you need dish liquid, and then any kind of shampoo or conditioner. I would try to get something clear or white so it doesn't mess up with your color green. Because remember, green, jealousy. Green reminds of jealousy and how we don't want to be jealous of somebody. All right, and a plastic bag. I would get a big one because it can get pretty messy probably. All right, so we're going to get a few drops. Or actually, we're going to get, how much you think, Pastor Amanda?
Keep dumping. What's it going to hurt? We want them to be able to see it. Oh, sorry.
I want them to look at it. Look.
I will say it does smell good.
You can make it.
Is it lemon, lime?
Look. You can make it. See how you can make competition out of this. See how I almost got it on you, Pastor Amanda.
I did learn something though.
Oh.
Don't leave dish detergent out in the car. In the heat. It somehow or another pops the lid open.
Look how high I can get. Be careful if you're doing this at home.
You gonna use the whole bottle?
I thought you were waiting on me to tell you to stop.
Oh no!
All right, we're gonna have a lot. All right, and we're gonna do a few drops of water. How much is a few drops? One.
Yeah.
That's a splash. That's not a drop, is it? Is that good?
Yeah, it's gonna work.
All right, and then some conditioner or shampoo.
And remember, white would be better so you don't mess your color up.
Do that, otherwise you're gonna run out of shampoo and you might be.
Well, I don't know.
I don't know either. Let's see. I feel like I'm one of those YouTube videos that maybe I know a lot of you all watch about them making random stuff slime. It's just something like slime. And then what you do is, Pastor Man is zipping it up, and you squish it around with your fingers. And it's going to turn like, she almost made a mess. Oh, don't do what she did. So, and then you're going to squish it around with your fingers, and eventually, I don't know if it's going to make a slime that you would normally play with, but it's just, it's kind of nasty and gross and yucky. Just to remind you of Greenwood. Look, jealousy. Look at that. That's pretty cool.
It's got a cool texture in the bag.
It does.
I think we need some more shampoo.
More shampoo? All right. See, it's a trial and error as you go, and if you don't like it, if you want the consistency, add some more. When in doubt, add some more shampoo. I think I might have added too much dish soap.
Well, I'm going to need some more shampoo.
Remember, when
all right, let's try this.
What does green represent during the Bible story? It represents jealousy and how it can overtake us. It can overpower us. Now, it's not wrong. They said, man, that would be cool to have such and such. Or you have a phone and they have a little better phone. Man, that would really be cool to have an iPhone like that. You know? Or, man, I wish I had shoes like that. We're not saying that's bad. But if it's all you're thinking of, you're thinking, man, what can I do to try to get those shoes?
All right.
Or, anyway, all right, so we're making green slime.
Ooh. It's got an interesting texture. It is not slime. It is slimy, but it's kind of thin. But it is like, almost like clouds. Like it's very
Clouds?
Yeah, it feels like clouds in a bag.
Clouds?
No, it feels like clouds in a bag. It feels very light and soft and fun.
No, but it's something you want to keep in the bag, right?
Oh yeah. You need to keep it in the bag or have a whole lot more shampoo. It's probably supposed to be 50-50.
Probably so. But this is a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Can I feel it?
Yeah, it feels very cool.
Oh, dude, it does.
It does. It feels amazing.
That is pretty cool. So maybe if you're doing this, don't use as much dish soap as I used. Probably use about half of that. And probably want to use more shampoo. But this reminds me of, like I said, green with jealousy. And how it's kind of harmless at first to want something, to want something of somebody's. But when you start, it starts controlling you, and that's all you're thinking about is that person having this, and then you're not really focusing on what God has blessed you with and what God has given you. Then it can kind of get kind of messy inside. You'll start harboring it, and you'll start holding on to it, and that's all you'll be thinking about every time you see that person. I'm sure every time they saw Joseph after he told them those dreams, every time you think, we're going to bow down to you, whatever. It's jealousy, and over time they sold him in slavery. And then as you go through this week, you're going to find out what else happened to Joseph, all because of jealousy. It may start out small, but it can be a real gigantic mess. This started out small, but if I dump this bag or grabbed a handful of this and threw it across the room, it'd make a huge, gigantic mess. And in life, just like in life, and just like in Joseph's life, it's a huge, gigantic mess that he didn't do it himself.
No. But
God was able to be right there and picked him up. So if maybe you think you've messed up somewhere, oh no, Pastor Man and Pastor John, I've messed up. There's no way that, like God can fix this. He can fix anything. If he fixed something in Joseph's life and when it wasn't even his fault and gave him the courage and gave him the faith, he can do the same thing in your life. So what I want you to do is, if you have any prayer requests and some things that you would like us to pray for, we're going to begin closing. And in Children's Church, we would normally do something a little different. In the room here, we have a chalkboard, and we would have them write their prayer request on a sticky note. They would grab the sticky note and they would put it up on the chalkboard. This let us know, it's like a prayer wall. Let us know that, we're praying for them. And so, of course, we don't have that option right now, but there is a comment box on Facebook and YouTube. And below that, you can write your prayer request in there. And if you don't want anybody to know it, you can say, can you just pray for me? God knows what you are asking for before you even ask it, but he wants you to ask it, all right? Or you can shoot me or Pastor Amanda a Facebook message.
Yeah.
And it will be more than willing to pray with you. But like I said back, maybe some things you messed up, and you kind of feel like the slime, gooey on the inside, and you're like, man, can God really fix this? Can God really fix my life? I mean, I've done so much in my past. Can God really fix my life?
Could he really help us with our jealousy that we have?
Oh, yes. So-and-so's got this, and I really want this, and I've begged so-and-so for it, and that's all I've been thinking about it. Every time I see that person, I see them wearing them shoes, or I see the nice fancy clothes they got on, or maybe a watch, or anything. A nice bike, or even one of those motorized scooters. My niece has one of those, and I love that thing. That'd be so awesome to have. But, I'm not jealous of it, because it's really cool. I just got to ride it for a little bit. But, but that's not all I think about. But if you're just jealous of somebody, if that's all you're thinking about, God can help you with that too. But if you hold on to that jealousy, that person's so much better in sports than I am. Ooh, that's a good one. And you're just jealous of it, and you hold on to that, and it becomes a huge, gigantic mess. And you're thinking, God, how in the world are you going to fix this? Well, he can't. He fixed my life. My life was a huge, broken down mess. He fixed my life. So,
well, God has the power to fix everything. And even though Joseph's in a bad situation right now, and he is in a pit, and now he's being sold into slavery, God has a plan to fix that problem for him, and we'll learn about it next week.
Correct. Yeah, and he stayed faithful to God during that, though. That's the thing. When you're going through this trial and tribulation, you still got to stay faithful. Don't give up on God. All right? Still stay faithful. And as you're putting in the prayer request, we're going to pray, and we're going to pray over anybody that may be experiencing any jealousy, or maybe even experiencing on asking the question is, how can God fix my broken life? I've done so many things in the past. I'm going through so much stuff right now. God can fix it. It looks like this right now.
It looks like snot.
It looks like snot. It looks terrible. And the thing is, when you're smiling, a lot of people don't know what's going on in the inside.
That's true.
A lot of people. But eventually it will come out. Your jealousy will come out. They said your sins will what? I forgot what it's called. But anyway. So we're going to pray. And we're going to ask God to help you out if you're dealing with jealousy or just anything in general and unsure if God can even fix your life. He can. He will. Just stay faithful to Him. Let's pray. Dear God, we just thank you, God, for allowing us to be able to come here, God. We pray for everyone who is watching that may be dealing with some type of jealousy, God. God, I pray, Lord, as you would give them the strength as you gave Joseph, the strength, Lord, to overcome these obstacles. And God, I pray for the ones that they're dealing with the jealousy, God. I pray that you would just open their eyes up, God, and let them know all the things, all the blessings that, God, that you have given them. And help them, because some of us, God, have become jealous in the past, God. Just like some of us, God, you can help us overcome that. I pray that you would just help them overcome that and let them know all the blessings that God has given them. And I pray everyone that's watching who is thinking that maybe, how can God fix my life? All the things I've done in the past, how in the world can he fix me? God, I pray that you would let them know, God, as long as they stay faithful to you, that you will get them through it, God. And I pray that everyone will have a safe week. And I pray over everyone that's watching. Keep them safe. And I thank you in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Amen.
That was amazing. And I look forward to seeing you all next week.
Yeah, we will look forward to seeing you all next week. And just for everyone who's keeping a countdown, the baby is 5 weeks away.
Actually, less than 5 weeks. It'll be like...
No, 5 weeks tomorrow.
5 weeks Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday. Yeah, we recorded on Wednesday, so Thursday. Yeah, so 5 weeks away. So if something should happen and the baby happens to come, we'll make sure to get a message out to you somehow or another to let you know that the baby came.
Yes.
But, so 5 weeks.
5 weeks. Be praying for Pastor Amanda.
The countdown is on.
Yes, as she is doing this. We love you guys. We miss you so much. Until we can get back into this room, I have faith we will.
Yes, we're totally going to get back in here at some point in time.
Yes, we will be out on the bus. We will come back in here and have breakfast, play games, do awesome activities. We are going to have so much fun, and I cannot wait to get back and every Sunday with you.
Yeah.
I wish I could. Sitting down here like this is very, very hard. So another reason why I could be up and jumping around and having fun and worshiping together with you all. But I got to do this so you all can get the message of Jesus.
Yep, and while we're at it, Addison, our daughter, which many of you guys do know, wanted us to make sure we told you hi and to say that she missed you all. Yes. She calls you Kids Bop, as many of you guys already know. And every Sunday we're here, she's asking where's Kids Bop is and why she can't go downstairs and have breakfast with you all. Yes. So she definitely misses seeing you guys every Sunday. She can't wait for you guys to get back either.
Yes, I know you maybe think that some of this is still not normal. All like being everything closing down, the pools and everything. Even our daughter Addison is wondering, when are we going to church? Are we going downstairs? Are the kids coming? So she thinks it's normal. But just hold on. God has us in His hands. He knows what He's doing. We just got to continue to be faithful to Him, and He will get us through all of this. And we hope to see you guys next week. We love you guys, and we miss you.
Yeah, next week we're going to learn to see what happens after the pit.
Yes. All right. Bye.
Bye, guys. See ya.